Hi, I'm Marky.
And I'm Freddy.
Welcome to another week of deals. Our promise is to help you find the best games at the best possible price. We already did the search for you and looked into different retailers to bring you the best deals we found for this week. Before we start, please remember to give us a like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe, and click the bell icon for notifications. It will always help our channel grow. All right, with that being said, let's get started.
The first game we have is at GameStop, and the game that I chose is called Captain Tsubasa Rise of New Champions. The game looks exactly like the animation. This is not the FIFA game, so the skills you apply in FIFA won't apply to this game. Here, for example, you don't need to worry about fouls, and in order to score, you need to have many shots on the goalkeeper to kind of drain his power and hope that the next shot will be a score. It has also many animated cutscenes in the middle of the game to keep the match entertaining and being aligned with the anime. Usually the game costs around $25 to $35, and this is the first time I believe it is at $17.99 at GameStop. It's part of the memorial sale, and definitely this is a good price to buy the game.
GameStop's Memorial Day sales continue, with Final Fantasy VII Remake for the PlayStation 4 going down to $39.99, normally sitting around $59.99. $20 off is a pretty good price for this game, being a recent release back in 2020. But I did want to stress this sale mostly for the fact of the upcoming Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade that's going to be coming out for the PlayStation 5. An important part of that upgrade is that if you own a physical copy of Final Fantasy VII Remake for the PlayStation 4 and you get a hold of the PS5, you can access that upgrade for free. There's separate story content that will need to be purchased separately, but to access all the extra stuff or the extra gameplay features, it's completely free. So I'm recommending this sale now so that way people can get a hold of the game at $40 and get access to the Intergrade upgrade for free at the same time. So if you haven't picked up one of the biggest games that was talked about last year, I definitely suggest doing it now while the sale's active.
The next game we have on sale from GameStop is a Yakuza Remastered Collection for $39.99, and the game dropped from the regular price of around $60. The Yakuza series of games is around 8 games, start from 0 all the way to the newest one, which was released last month. And the collection include number 3, 4, and 5 in the series. That will make each part at around $13. And if you never played the game, I would suggest you start the series in order to have more appreciation and understanding of what's happening. I personally played the first one. I really liked it, so that's why I wanted to get the entire series. The game is great mix of brawler and RPG. It's kind of made me feel I'm playing a modern version of Shenmue. The story is a little slow but built up with time, but once the story escalates, you'll be hooked and you want to continue to see what's happening. The side missions are also unique and fun, and at this price, it's definitely a good start to collect the series. If you never played any of these games, maybe you can play the Yakuza 2. I know it has a demo on PlayStation Store, so you can see if you like it, and if you do, now would be a good time to jump into start collecting the rest of the games in the series.
Freddie, a lot of people have been telling me to get into the series, to the Remastered Collection or any other series. I'm not sure if it's going to be worth the price. Is there any reassurances on that?
Yeah, sure. So as I mentioned, playing maybe the demo for Yakuza 2 on PlayStation Store, and it's free and you can download it and try it and see how much you like it. Another option is Yakuza, the first one, Yakuza Kiwami, is on sale on PlayStation Store for $5. So you can download that and see how you like it. And if you do, then you can start investing in getting the rest of the series. If not, then just you paid $5 to try the game. I really think you will like it. It's definitely worth a try, and it's definitely unique in what it does, and I recommend it.
The next deals we have are for the PlayStation Store. We're going to be kicking it off with Final Fantasy 15 Royal Edition, down to $17.49 from normally about $34.99, about $35. If you haven't experienced it yet, Final Fantasy 15 was technically one of the most recent Final Fantasy titles out there, aside from the remake. It's got more of an action RPG style as opposed to turn-based from what you would normally expect from Final Fantasy. But this Royal Edition includes so much more than just the base game. There's so many different DLC costume packs and weapon packs that came out as the game continued to live. There's also 4 major story expansion DLC episodes that are worth trying too. The game really throws you into a big open world and gives you a lot of stuff to sink your teeth into when it comes to story. One that's very, very well thought out, well written, and I think well worth playing. And at 50% off, you can't really go wrong too much. So I definitely recommend picking this up and adding it to the collection.
Is there a connection between Final Fantasy 15 and 7?
Thankfully, no. They're within their own worlds, thankfully, for Final Fantasy, just in case, for those that don't know. You don't need to know anything of the past 14 games or whatever's going on with Final Fantasy VII Remake. It's a nice, contained story all on of its own, and it gives you a lot to read, a lot to explore, and a lot to see. So definitely try it out.
Awesome. Outrider is a sci-fi action game at its core. It's currently at the PlayStation Store for $44.99, down from $59.99. This is maybe the lowest price that I've seen for this game. The game takes place in a diverse environment such as desert, jungle, and snow. Playing with a friend can be a blast, especially when you can destroy the enemies using crazy upgraded weapons. Another cool thing about the game is that it doesn't have any DLC, so you'll be able to upgrade your gear gradually as you progress in the game. If you're looking for a sci-fi game to play with a friend, then Outriders might be a good game to grab.
We hope you enjoyed this video. Let us know in the comments below if you've played any of the games we mentioned or if you're planning on picking up any of these titles. Thank you, and make sure to check our channel next week for more sales.